top side with the alternator on is in now. It's just a thing to carry on neatening it up and making it look nice. Reverse, first, second. Hi guys, Carl here of Team KDL Spinners. Welcome to part 7 of our full restoration on this BMW E30 325i. On this video, we're going to be starting with our harness, our entire body harness. As you can see, it's been gone through new sound insulation, new plugs on certain spots, and we've just made sure that if there was any issues, we rectified them. And we're also going to be putting on our front suspension, which has also been fully refurbished. The subframe is already on, you guys saw in the last video in with the engine. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to putting the stuff on the car. Okay guys, the wires are installed. Just kidding, we got it in here. Now we're going to start with the wiring that is in the boot, the longest wiring. We're going to start snaking it through and laying it out in the car. Then I need to order a few clips so we can fasten it down properly. But yeah, let's get this wiring through. This tiny hole also on top of that, guys. Look at that fucking hole. It's got to all go through there. So yeah, let's get started. Hey guys, this is the hole that the entire harness needs to go through. So yeah, we're going to snake it all through this hole and then we can start laying it up. Guys, our fuse box is in, our wiring for our headlights and all of our stuff in the front, our hooter is in, and then as you guys see, this wire goes across, so it runs through the valence. So now we'll be able to put the valence also on, so it's coming together. It's gonna start looking like a whole car very soon. Our entire wiring is in, our grommet is pressed. Now it's just a thing of laying all of our wires out into the boot or along the sides, and then we'll be able to start putting our carpet and sound deadening in after ordering clips and getting everything proper situated. Guys, our harness is routed on all of its spots. I've just got to clean all the earths because the car has been painted, so not all of the earths would actually earth and you'd think there's something wrong, but really your system wouldn't be earthing. So that's it, all just rough, and then we got to get all the plugs, clamps, and like just neaten it all up and nice. But there's everything kind of sitting where it should be. Here I still gotta just run it a little bit further, but we're so to say done with the routing of the wiring. All our speaker wires and our demister wires there, our pump, our door switches, our electrical for our electric windows, everything is in now. It's just a thing to carry on neatening it up and making it look nice. Hey guys, now we're moving on to some more OEM Hella made in Germany parts with screws and little clear washers to keep the air and stuff out, because our ones that we took out had overspray and every single one we could find was either cracked or also had overspray, so our number plate's gonna shine the brightest in town. Okay guys, our screws are ready with their little plastic washer which keeps the water and elements out, so let's get them in on the light. Hey guys, this is the configuration. The lights go on. It is the silver and red wire on the longer side and the earth on the end. Now let's put it in. Hey guys, this is our number plate lights in, ready to go. And then I have our part of our lock set here, but it's just little bit messed up on the black and I've got to remove the paint here, so we're just going to get that sorted. Then our boot lock can also go in. Okay guys, now one of the next things we're going to be installing is our automatic FM antenna aerial. So that is what it looks like. So it comes with its own aerial cable, and there is a wiring diagram that explains to you here at the back how to hook it up, and then you can connect it to your radio. If you put your radio on and off, it comes on and out, or on your ignition, depending on what you want to do. So we're still going to see which one we're going to connect it to, but for now let's get it in so we can finish up our wiring. We can start putting carpets and things back in and get just one step closer to being done with this project. Okay, then we just put our grommet seal on top, and then it's, so to say, installed, and it's just one bracket under. Okay guys, there's our antenna aerial on. It's gonna shoot out whenever we connect these wires to either the ignition or the radio. So we're gonna figure that out now and see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna earth our earth here, because it was where our aerial that we took out originally earth, so we're gonna just put the earth right back there. Hey guys, that concludes our boot. Our aerial is in, it's constant, and its switch power is on, it's earth. Our wire for our light and our switch for our boot light is on. Our back globe holders are on, wired up. Absolutely all the wiring in the boot is done. Nothing left to connect. You guys, our wiring harness is done now. Everything is flat and in with clips, including our wire to the boot. No more big mess. Everything is neat. Everything is running where it should be. So yeah, that's, so to say, done on our wiring harness. Now we can move on to the next thing. So yeah, our wire is all the way to the back with all of its covers. Now we just need the tray that the battery sits on, make our earth, and then get a battery. Then we can have a battery in there. So yeah, the wiring harness is, so to say, complete. Just a few more touch-ups and it's done. Guys, now we're on to the next thing, which is our boot lock setup. Piece that goes here and the piece that goes down there, which allows the boot lid to close. So yeah, let's get this all on the car. Guys, our boot lock is in, fastened. I'm thinking I'm gonna make this thing also electroplated and all shining like new again, and these few bolts here, but for now we have a boot lid which closes completely, and then just press the button and take it up. So yeah, I'm very happy. Hey guys, the next thing is gonna be the suspension. We can also put our strut bar on. We just put these panels because they have to be on here when we tightening our struts on. Yeah, that's also gonna be very nice to see when it's all on. Okay guys, look at that brand new hardware. Let's get the left side strut on. suspension is on with our top subframe brackets. Struts are hanging, so control arms are going to be next, and then I have to tighten our rack ends and put our bushers and stuff on. Then the front suspension is, so to say, done, besides the knuckle that goes between the rack and the actual steering column. Now I rolled the windows up because we put our lock set in. It all works together, the ignition, the doors and the boot all locks with one key and opens with one key perfectly, so it just makes it a lot better when the car is done. Okay guys, and there is our strut bar on. So it came blue, so we powder coated it to match with the engine. Obviously we're going for the OEM look, and this is one of the things that everybody wants to have on their BM, so we got it. And we electroplated all of its nuts and bolts with the rest of the stuff that we've done. And then with these strut bars, it has adjustable heim joint, because not every BM's struts is on the same spot, so you have a lot of adjustability in and out to get it exactly how you want it. But yeah, I can just imagine with the head on how beautiful this engine bay will look. Now we almost done with our wiring. This car is gonna look very nice. Okay guys, now we're on to the next thing, which is our gearbox. So I am replacing the front seal, the rear seal, and the seal for the shifter. They all were worn, they all were leaking, and while we are this far we might as well change it. And then there's our flywheel, our clutch. It's all gonna go in the car now after we put these seals in the gearbox. There's our output shaft on. Now we just got to put our propeller, and that seal is done. Our front seal is also already done. Then we're going to just hit our little shifter seal in. All the seals are gone, so we would have had a leak. So this is just some preventative measures. As I said, all BMs leak, but not our one is going to leak. Okay guys, there's our shifter seal in. We're just going to put Loctite on this bolt, and we're going to tighten it down. I'm going to put my shifter rod back in, and then this gearbox is ready to go in the car. Okay guys, our bolt is tight with lock nut, our shifter bracket is on, everything is tested, everything is nice. Now let's get this gearbox, flywheel and clutch into the car. Okay guys, we're under by the engine side. Let's start getting this engine and gearbox on, starting with this plate. Okay guys, now we're putting our flywheel on, which I did mark where the dowel was when I took it off, because it is important. Now I'm going to just put one bolt in to hold it from falling on my face. Don't forget the plate. Also, which I marked. So on the last video, a guy mentioned that we didn't use Loctite. Just because you never saw it in the video, it doesn't mean we didn't put it on. But let me just show you guys, there is Loctite going on to these bolts. Because we don't put it in the video doesn't mean it isn't on there, guys. So let's get it all in and on and tight with Loctite. Then our clutch is next. Guys, now our LUK clutch is going on. We had to remove our pilot bearing because it's a M20 pilot bearing, which the hole is a lot smaller because we're running an E36 box which has a full shaft. So we just pulled out the bearing now with the bearing puller. Now we're going to put our LUK clutch on. Okay, now we just have to tighten all of our bolts, and then I'm going to line it up. And the next thing after this is the gearbox. Okay guys, there's our gearbox in. Two top bolts are in.
again, we only were 2 men and we needed 2 men to do the job, so that's why we never took a video of it. Yeah, the gearbox is in now. Now we just need to do the cross member, then the shifter, then this side of things is so to say done. Okay guys, there is our gearbox completely in. Just gotta tighten that one bolt there. Our shifter, everything is in, completely fastened onto the motor. It's out of gear now, so shaft is moving, and when we put it in gear obviously it doesn't, so it is taking the load. Let me show you the gears inside there. Okay, so firstly our return springs in the box is lacquer, so this is reverse, first, second, third, fourth and fifth, but there's no fluid in the gearbox, so that's why it's sounding a little bit loud, but that's obviously one of the next things to be on our list. But yeah, so gearbox, so to say, done on this project. Okay guys, now we're moving on to the next thing, which is filling our gearbox with oil. So here's your drain right at the bottom. The next one up is the fill, so we need to fill till oil just starts seeping out of that fill, then we know it's full. And then I'm just making a plan here with this mount, because we're running an E36 box. We were supposed to actually remake the bracket, which I hadn't done, so I'm just maybe looking for a thicker mount that I could just fit in there, but that's not an issue because we're not ready with the prop and the coupling and stuff, so I have some time to sort it out. But yeah, for now let's fill this gearbox with oil. Guys, this is the oil that we're putting into the box. I just got 3 quarts for now, because normally when I get more than that it's normally too much. So I'm gonna put the 3 quarts in and see if I need to maybe run and get one more. Yeah, let's get this transmission fluid in. Okay guys, the bolt is loose. I had to use the hammer and the double spanner strip, but at least it's off now. And I was just looking at my oil that I'm gonna put in filler. We're never gonna get that in the space. I gotta make a contraption with a funnel that comes through and into there. Yeah, there's our bolt out, and also there's a magnet on here, so you would see if your gearbox is charging itself. And as you can see, this gearbox is 100% and ready to go. New seals, everything. I don't think we'll have any issues with this baby. So guys, this is our contraption that we've come up with. Like I said, we're going to put it through there where the shifter goes and stick it into the side of the gearbox, and then we got to just fill until we start seeing oil come out of our fill hole. Then we know we're on the right level. Guys, the pipe is in the hole and then our funnel is on top, so yeah, I'm just gonna put a bucket here under for when it does leak, and let's get on top and start filling this gearbox up with fluid. Okay guys, let's get our gearbox fluid into the gearbox. Yeah, it takes a little while to go down, but yeah, it's way less messier this way. If you have a funnel and a few pipes, it's quite easy to make this. This is the same type of thing like what they would use at a dealership. They would actually have a vacuum system that has the fluid in a tank, and then they use pressure to blow it in. It's kind of the same thing. It's just like a do-it-yourself type of thing, but it's very close to what the agents would do. The first one is in. I just left it for a little while, make sure I get every single drop. Now quart number 2 is going in. It's a very long going thing, but I'm doing other things in the meanwhile. But yeah, this whole process takes about, I'd say, 10 minutes with the speed that it's draining down in, but at least, like I said, we're not making a mess. So that is the main thing. A lot of guys do jobs like this, and in the old garage's floor is full of oil. All the oil ends up on the floor and not in the gearbox. So yeah, sometimes, especially with a project like this, you gotta be very patient. Take your time. Guys, our second oil is completely in. Now it's on to our third and final. Like I said, if it doesn't start leaking now, think we're gonna need one more, but we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know what happens if it leaks before this one is finished. Otherwise we're gonna go get another one.
Hey guys, we're halfway through that third oil, and now we got the leak, so that means we can close up because it's full to capacity. The car is on the same height front and back, so it is level. Yeah, let's put our plug back in. Gearbox is full with fluid. Okay guys, our bolt is in there. We just need to snug it and wipe the oil off there, and we put a bolt in the hole for our pipe because we don't want to drip any of this gearbox fluid in the car, because if anybody that's watching has worked with this gearbox or diff fluid before, they will know that it stinks. So yeah, luckily you guys can't smell what I'm smelling right now, but yeah, let's get this pipe back through the car. They're wiped off and tightened, and then we're done with filling fluid in the gearbox, and didn't even take that much. Okay guys, now we're moving on to our windscreen and our back glass. I already did these windows. I rolled them up. I just did a little bit of steel wool lightly just to get some overspray. Put our chromes, our mirror, everything is done on the doors except for now the inside on the door panels. Put our back glass and its rubber, which I've washed. These two windows I gotta change. We changed this door so the VIN numbers don't match, so I wanna put the original windows that have VIN numbers is gonna match all around. Done the passenger door, put the mirror. So yeah, let's get started. Let's put the rubber in and the front windscreen in, and then the back. Okay guys, our rubber is in. Now let's get our brand new windscreen. So just gotta get it in, the rubber all the way around. And we're not gonna put our locking strips in yet. We just wanna seal it off from the outside, from the car getting dusty inside and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get this rubber in now, then we start with the back. Okay guys, the windscreen is fully in now. It's seated around the whole thing, not going nowhere. Like I said, we're not going to put the locking strip in yet because we're not really going to be driving it. That's only for when you're driving the car. So yeah, at least the windscreen's in now. It's keeping the dust from going into the car. So now let's move on to the rear. Okay guys, now we're on to the back. The back rubber. Let's just get it situated and slotted in, and then we can put our back glass in. Okay guys, the back rubber is in. Now let's get the glass. So let's just get it seated, and then we can run the whole rubber around. Okay guys, our back glass is on. It's looking like a car, you know, it's not even looking like a shell anymore. Our back glass is in, like I said, locking strip at a later point. All of our chromes, all of our rubbers, everything is done on the doors. We just got to put the rubbers that run along the inside and around there. And now the car is a lot more sealed than it was before, which is what we're looking for. It's starting to look like a complete car. We put the beadings on, the mirrors, everything. We just shorting some grommets and stuff for our fender beadings, but then you wouldn't even say this thing is a shell looking at it. Yeah, I'm getting very excited guys. Can't wait to see this thing done and complete. Okay guys, moving on to the next thing, which is our alternator, which just came back from the alternator shop. So we sent it for the guy to split it so we could sandblast and powder coat these two spots, and we sprayed this with black. We also replaced the entire rectifier. As you can see, it's new inside there because it needed to be replaced. It was short. So let's just get our pulley on and our nut and bolt with some Loctite, and then let's get this fully refurbished alternator onto the motor. We got the Loctite on, so it ain't going nowhere. Okay guys, we're here with the car now. Just put this alternator in, have it on. So it's done, and I don't think it would ever come off again from this point further, because like we said, we're putting everything on. It's gonna stay on, and then its bracket to tighten it and stuff comes somewhere here. So obviously we haven't gotten there yet, so we're just gonna let it float in the air for now, something like that. Okay guys, this is a look from the top side with the alternator on. Just put a little high voltage warning sticker on it for that OEM look. Yeah, it's coming along guys, looking good. We're just waiting for that head and our starter, and then we can wire our dictator in here what this beautiful M20 sounds like. Okay guys, today is the day you've been waiting for. Our head is finally back. Big thanks to Craig of CRC. Anything we need done with this M20 and all of our projects, engineering, crank polishing, boring, heads, they do it all for M20. Multi-valve, they're the bosses, but you can bring anything to them, they can sort you out. Look at all these M20 and multi-valve heads ready to go out. Many years of experience. They are our trusted engineers of KDL Auto Space. The S54 head that they're busy with. Check this head out. It's almost as tall as I am. They say it takes 4 guys to move that head. Yeah, this is the place. Hey guys, here's all the information. CRC Performance, they are in Newtown, just next to the Mike 1 highway by Newtown Junction Center. Craig CRC, give him a try, the M20 Kings. Hey guys, we're back at the shop with our M20 head. We're just gonna clean our surface under, but check it out. Everything is done, everything is checked, and then this is our bottom side. So let's just clean our mating surface and get it in the car. Guys, and before we forget and we put the head in and we're going to struggle, we just put in this pipe on the back of the head because his nuts are so long. Once the head is in, it's very hard to get the bolts in and to get this pipe on. So yeah, we're putting it on before we put the head in. So yeah, let's get it on and in the car. Guys, our head is on and tightened to spec. We got the paper here which it tells you exactly, it makes it so simple and so easy, your pattern on how to tighten it, your Newton meters and all that, whatever you need to know. And there's even instructions if you don't understand that. So here's everything assembled from the front side. Now we're going to carry on with putting all these things on. Our timing cover plates and our 60-2 pulley, and then our water pump is not right. We got a chrome bumper water pump and this plastic bumper block. The holes don't line up, so I just got to get a water pump. That's the only thing we won't be putting on, but yeah, otherwise everything else should be going on. Look how it looks. Can't wait to see the manifold and the tappet cover on. Okay guys, now we're going to put our bottom timing cover on and tighten the screw there so we can put our pulley on. And this cover, well, this anchor point can also go on. It's starting to come together now. Okay guys, now we're putting on the top timing cover. Just want to put it on its dowels. Look how beautiful that chrome silver looks compared to the normal. Okay, let's carry on putting the rest of the stuff on. Okay guys, now the next thing to go on is our 60-2 pulley. There is one small hole here. That's what lines up with the dowel on the sprocket and gives it its correct spot to sit on. It's just a little bit tight fit because we sandblasted and powder coated it. So yeah, now we can put our pulley and our bolts on, tighten it up, and then that is also sorted, and then that is where our computer box gets its signal for spark by the 60-2 pulley. And this is our belt pulley, and we're gonna just put it on and tighten the nuts and bolts, and then we'll see you guys again. Okay guys, next thing to go on is our alternators bracket to tighten it, to give it some tension in the belt. It's coming along. It's really starting to look nice, starting to look like a complete engine. It's just the water pump is kind of holding me back from sorting out everything completely, but it's really coming along. Hey guys, so now we're done at the bottom with the front timing covers and stuff. We're just waiting on our water pump to carry on there, but for now, just for fun and for interest's sake, we just want to put the empty manifold that hasn't been assembled yet, doesn't have injectors, nothing on, with our tappet cover and stuff, just so we can bask in the beauty of this motor and have even more motivation to carry on. Now let's check what it looks like with the tappet cover on. The last part that we're gonna just put on loosely for now. Bam. And we just put the branches on now, and there you guys go. We're gonna leave it like this for now. As I said, we just put our manifold loose on. We still need to put our injectors, our throttle and all that. Our branches is also just loose on. We're gonna put our knuckle and make sure our clearance and everything is right. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap on the motor for today. Our front also, we're just waiting for our water pump before we can put our top timing cover on properly. That's why our dizzy cap and rotor isn't in. But yeah, the project's looking very good. Looking like new, and that chrome silver, it's really popping. It's really something different. As I said, from the bottom where we just use normal silver, this is chrome silver, looking like new. Wow. Hey guys, it's another day. We finally got our water pump on. I just got to get hardware for the pulley. Our perch is on, our rotor is on. Now the next thing that's going on is our distributor cap, also brand new, so we don't want to have issues with it. So yeah, let's get it on this motor. Hey guys, our distributor cap and rotor is completely on. I think it's safe to say after I put
those hardware on the water pump, that we're done with the front of the motor completely. Hey guys, that's a wrap for today's video. We're gonna leave it here, and in the next video we're gonna be putting on our valence, our radiator, finishing up some wiring and things like that. For the guys that's watching that wants to see this thing completely done and you're not subscribed, please make sure to do so that you don't miss the next video, and it really helps us to carry on, because if it works out, we will do another car as soon as we're done building this one. And if you guys need anything that you see in these videos, the sound entering on the bonnet, the strut bar, the electroplating or powder coating like you see on our engine, the electric aerial windscreen badges, lights, we stock all the new parts that you see us putting on this car. So if you need anything, just inquire with us. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video guys. Headlights, valence, the whole front is going to be assembled, and we're going to wash the car and show you guys what it looks like. I think we might even tease and put one or two of the bottle caps on and make it look like a complete car. But yeah, we want to get our dictator wired to this motor and start it, because we can't put our interior and carpets in until that's done. So yeah, we still got a lot of work to do, but I think we're very close to hearing this engine start, and that's very exciting. So yeah guys, stay tuned for the next video. One love.